Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to All the Mods 10. Last time, we were taking a further look at some of the spells from Roots. So basically, we just have like a little summon. It's really bad. And then we have Combustion. This one's okay. It's like basically setting a TNT off for like whatever you're pointing at, so it's decent. Acceleration can like boost some things up to like 5 times. It does work with like the iron furnaces and whatnot, so it is useful. And then lightning strike. It's a lightning strike. So basically, it's some utility spells. Nothing in this mod is super powerful, but there are some things we can mess with if we want to. I thought I already fixed this. Anyways, after that, we just did a little bit of work on a couple of things. We made the rainbow coal and the rainbow furnaces, and went ahead and made the philosopher's fuel, another one of these, meaning we just have 5 more. This one is super easy. It's just putting together a bunch of these things, which aren't that expensive. I think I could do that pretty quickly. And then let's see, we have to finish looking at AE2. We have to look at pneumatic craft, Oratech, modern industrialization, and immersive engineering. And I believe that is actually it as far as the ATM star goes, other than just some grinding for a couple of odds and ends. So that's pretty cool. We're actually getting pretty close to it. And other than that, the only mod, or the only... I think there's a couple other summons slash familiars or whatever I want to make from occultism. And then basically other than that, I just want to check out the Undergarden. I don't think there's anything else I'm too interested in. I think we're almost done with this series, which is probably a good thing. We're at like 109? Hold on. Is this 109? No, it's 105. Hold on, it's only going to take me a moment to pull this up. Episode 107. I was right in the middle of the two things I said. So yeah, we're over 100 episodes now. We're probably going to hit 120 before we're done, but not that much longer. Anyways, between episodes, I just spent almost 3 hours working on some odds and ends. So we're here in the mining dimension, and I just butchered this world, gathering netherrack and dirt. Like I literally mined like 300,000 of each, because I did also go ahead and use the essence and whatnot we have for everything and put it all together. So yeah, I mined like 300,000 of each. So now we have 6 times netherrack and 6 times dirt. Thank you for the free one. Thank you for the free one. Now both of these are going to be used to make the use it. That was weird. It just wasn't showing the right thing. So we're going to need both of these along with 5 times nether endstone, which we do have. 5 times obsidian. 59,000 obsidian. I don't even think I'm close to that. That's going to be so annoying. And then 5 times on both, or 4 times on emerald and diamond. Let's just head back home. So I am tired. My eyes are heavy. As I said, I've been at this for 3 hours, just holding down left click and flying around in circles, breaking stuff. It's kind of rough on the eyes. Anyways, I basically just went ahead and like consolidated everything in here. Advanced compile thing. This thing, I'm just going to get rid of that, and now this can compile everything. But 2 3 times, 2 3 times. So roughly a third, between a third and a fourth of the way through both of those ones. I do have extra emeralds and diamonds, but not that many more. So, yeah, it's progress. It's still a ways off, though. That can go in there, and that can go in there. These two, I'll just go put up in here. And these go with... What do you go with? This bottom one down here. Cool. There and there. So, there's that. There's that. Anyways, I have some inventory stuff to deal with in a moment, but what are we gonna do today? I don't think I'm recording this whole episode right now. I just figured I just finished up with that. Might as well come in and do like a little recap of what was going on before I forget. Um, what are we doing today? That's just doing the same thing over and over again. Just finishing up on more odds and ends, maybe? Or do I want to start looking at actually doing something new? Um, I don't know. Or attack. I guess we'll start on modern industrialization. I guess. Sure, why not? Just pick one of the random ones. Either that or I start up on Undergarden. Nah, I think we're going to start with the modern industrialization. We'll do that, then we'll take a break to Undergarden, and then we're just going to try and go through the rest of the thing, I think. But modern industrialization does have something in here, right? Oh yeah, modern industrialization has like a full thing here. But I want you to start in Steam Age, which is setting up various machines and using them to create steel. Steel machines here, capacitors. Uh-oh. this this might be more than I bargained for. Is a mod as big as its name. It has multiple tiers of machines, and thankfully we don't need to go to the last one for the star. In fact, now it's entirely optional. If you'd rather play with Create to create, get it, the ATM star, you can. Okay. So what do we need from this for the ATM star? The uranium quad things are used for the Philosopher's Fuel. Don't need that. The large advanced motor is used for the Nexium emitter, which we can also use a mechanical arm, so that's just easier anyways, so don't really care about that. I think it's just these blast-proof casings, which I think are cheaper. I think these things are going to be cheaper than the 256. So basically, I'm just figuring out how to make these things. I don't know if I care too much about anything else in this mod. I suppose I should at least look at it, but combine three strongest materials, tungsten, titanium, and stainless steel. Yes, stains matter, apparently. You can combine them to make the casing. And then we need two of them. Cool. But, oops, sorry about that. It's a little bit of a sneezing fit. Anyways, I guess we'll just start by making this forge hammer. I took a quick look at this. Apparently you can use it for this bronze compressor, which does compressing purposes. Good to know. Yeah, that's somewhat to be expected now, isn't it? So you can use it for a upgraded version. You can use it as a packer. Okay, yeah, so this thing is used for making steel plates and a couple other things. Okay. Otherwise, this thing also has just a couple uses on its own. You can take any of those hammers along with ingots and various other things in order to produce things like crushed dust and rings and plates and a bunch of other stuff, I guess. What do we need specifically? For these things, I should probably just save the recipe. We need 8 of these blast-proof alloy plates, which you can get in the assembler or crafting. These things, we need a compressor, so the upgraded version of the anvil. A compressor with the blast-proof alloy, which we need an implosion compressor. This was just changed, wasn't it? I think there were two different... Oh, I see what it is. There was 2 different types of blast-proof alloy. You make the mixed one, and then you explode it in this implosion thing in order to get these. And these things get hammered down in order to produce the blast-proof casings, it looks like. Cool. So, these thing, a packer, tungsten, titanium, stainless steel you get from heat exchanger, vacuum freezer, unpacker. Oh no. How many machines are we going to have to set up for this mod? Argon? Okay. Wasn't really expecting to see that. Stainless steel hot thing with the heat exchanger. With cryo fluid, it will get you these. This is stainless steel dust, which you get from... You know what? Maybe I just ignore this mod and I go make 256s. Because these things suck. But I don't think it's gonna be as bad as it's like 40 machines for just like one item. That feels a little bit excessive. I don't know. We'll get started with it. We might get halfway and say, you know what? No. Anyways, let's just start from the beginning. Welcome to Modern Industrialization. Reading will help. Thank you for the MI guidebook and the wrench. It's a mod which is similar to IC2. I don't know what that is off the top of my head. And Greg Tech, no idea, in its nature, but you must progress differently than those two mods. Through these quests, I will guide you to making parts required for the ATM star, and later on Infinity Armor. Okay, the Infinity Armor is literally infinite armor. I think it was in the listing there. IC2 and Greg Tech. What is that? I don't know. I don't actually... I've heard of Greg Tech, and I think I've seen IC2, but I don't know what it actually is. Anyways, we're going to need the Forge Hammer is the beginning of your journey. It has a lot of uses, like getting a better output of your ores to make components for future crafts. The hammer you crafted is not required for a recipe, but will give you a better output on the components you craft. Okay, so... Okay, it works like the same. It works the same as other stuff. Let's just grab out a couple of these. I still haven't fixed inventories. Whoops. And I think just like that. So, 1, 2, 3. I already looked at the recipe here. And is it just like an anvil? It's just like an anvil. So, Forge Hammer. And the Forge Hammer here is 5 large plates, which is diamond plates, which is taking any hammer. Which are over here. Here it is. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. That and that will give you a large plate. Oh my goodness, that's actually really expensive for some reason. 5 of these will get the diamond hammer. You know what, I might as well. Why not just make the most expensive thing at this point? There's that and that. There's that. Or there. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That should do it. So, like so. And these things, like so, gets us the diamond hammer. Cool. So, Forge Hammer acquired. And it gives us a free diamond hammer. Why did I bother making a diamond hammer? I could have just made the iron one. Cool. I didn't realize it gave us a free one. Now, we have copper dust that we got otherwise. You have to easily crush copper ingots or ore into copper dust. Thank you. And we're going to need tin dust as well. Steam drill. We have better options, I think, already. And villager trading. Cool. So let's just grab some tin dust as well. Tin, antimony, zinc. Tin, here it is. Just go like so. Does that work? No. I'll just do that instead. So that should be more tin dust, allow that, and then it wants us to make bronze. Bronze will act as the building block of your steam age. Cooking this dust will get you the bronze ingots we'll further use. Okay, bronze ingot, crush up copper and tin to get bronze like so. Sure, let's just do it this way. I know I've gotten a bunch of... I've gotten bronze before otherwise, but I don't remember why or what I used it with. So, bronze, thank you. I want to give us a free steel ingot. Now it wants us to start boiling water. Do I have to go through the steam age, or can I just jump to electric age? The electric age requires battery alloy ingots, which is battery alloy dust, which is made with the macerator, the mixer, lead, antimony, and this thing. Okay, no, I have to go through every era of technological advance in order to make one thing for the ATM star. Oh well, I guess if we can go through all of this, if we go through all of this and realize that we're going to make these other things along the way, then we might as well just do that instead of create for the thing. So we have that as well. Let's just head back on. To start with, the bronze boiler converts water into steam. Steam will act as a fuel for the machines to work in the steam age. Do you simply require it with water in any furnace fuel? This will raise the temp and so on and so forth. Be able to handle 4 machines simultaneously. Then we need a bronze tank. Let's just save the recipe here. Fire clay bricks. Fire clay is fire clay is fire clay is brick dust is crushing bricks. Cool. I don't know. Maybe it's just because my brain is fried somewhat. Maybe it really is just because it's kind of a lot for so little worth it. I don't know. Anyways, crush up some bricks. I'm assuming this is just gonna work. Brick dust or 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just go all 16 of these. I'm sure I'm gonna need them. And this has 10,000 uses. So why would you make me make a diamond? That is silly that it gives you a free one of those. You're not gonna break that thing that quickly. Okay. So with that, make this thing fire clay, fire clay, fire clay. I need actual clay, which I think I have in here. Come on. So I'm gonna need 12 of these things. 1. You have other uses? No, so just do that. Cool. And I'm gonna assume I can just go ahead and smelt these all up pretty safely. There's that. What else do we need? Almost steam. And now at this point, it's just smelting up a bunch of bronze. Let's see. We have 9 to start with. Plates. Is it cheaper to do this way? I don't know. 1 per? Okay, yeah, it is definitely cheaper to get plates out of this thing. Use this thing from now on for our purposes. And now I need 2 more of these, if I can actually do the right thing. 1, 2. And now I need 8 for that. I only have 5. So thankfully we have a couple more going. How much of this are we gonna have to go through? I have a feeling it's a lot. There's that. Cool. And just pull out an extra furnace, of which I have over half a stack. And I believe we should be good. This thing becomes a bronze tank. We have much better tanks. Becomes a bronze boiler. Thank you. Task complete 21 bricks? What task did I... Oh, it wants me to make a coke oven and a steam blast furnace now. So cool, we have this, and it gives us bronze rotor. Cool. Now from here, bronze cutting machine. Allows you to make bolts, and cool. Bronze mixer. Bronze compressor. Bronze macerator, and bronze furnace. I don't know. I'm just trying to speed run through this mod. There's just kind of a lot I don't care about. It's hard to figure out what I do care about. Uncooked steel dust. We know we need to make stainless steel, so I know we have to go through this. But first, I'm going to need bricks. I'm going to need these things, which is make a bunch more bronze. That's bronze machine casing. Bronze. Do I happen to have any, like, bronze essence? I never, like, randomly got bronze seeds, did I? Speaking of which, I did make 2 more diamond and 2 more emeralds to help boost those along. I figured we didn't really need to grow any more essence at this point. But, like, I never randomly got bronze seeds or something. No, that's a little bit sad. How do you make bronze seeds? 1 times bronze blocks. And... oh, yeah, I can do this, can I? It's just copper and tin in there, right? That can be faster, or... let's see, extended AI, Ender IO, Mekanism, bronze dust, tin... I'm just trying to see if there's any easier way than going through just doing it normally. Alloying, Hacker. Tin and copper? That's 3 copper, 1. That's actually more expensive. Wait, no, it's not more expensive. Anyways, basic infusing, advanced enriching, advanced thing here. You know what? I'll just grab like a full stack of copper and just smelt up a couple pieces of tin. And I think doing it this way might be faster. I have no idea. Okay, so I see how to do this the best way. So the you can enrich tin and just take copper and put it in this way. Super speeded, a whole bunch of it all at once. Cool. Easiest way I'm gonna get that done. In fact, I might have enough bronze already. I forgot I need to get everything else there though. And then the Steam Blast Furnace. Steam Blast Furnace unlocks new horizons of progression. This will be a key multi-block in your future endeavors. Allow you to make steel ingots, but also it allows processing of raw synthetic oil to synthetic oil, which will be used later for rubber and more things. Okay, so we need a bunch more fire, which means I need to basically smelt up a bunch of clay, get the bricks, grind up the bricks, put them back together with the clay, re-smelt it. What's going on with these random 2 copper pieces right there? They just don't want to turn into anything else. At this break, is there actually not that much tin left? I don't know. I am also very tired, though. I think I'm gonna finish the rest of this tomorrow, I guess. Main episodes, I guess I can figure out these. Machine casing and bronze tank. But basically, it's gonna want me to take... Can I pretty safely just do like a full stack of these things? I think I can pretty much safely just do this. There we go. Full stack of bronze plates. I'm sure I'm going to use them. As looking at it, for these next things, I'm going to need 4 of these output fluid input, fluid output, item input, item output, huh? Okay, yeah, so I'm going to need like a whole bunch of things, and then these also all require these machine casings, which is more bronze plates and bronze gears. Bronze gears are super cheap. Grab these. And, you know what, I might as well just, I'm so close to, words are hard. My brain is mush right now. So, we're pretty close to done part of this thing. Why not just complete at least whatever I can right now? So I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 item in, item out for both, right? So, like so. That's going to be 4 chest here, and I'm going to need 4 hoppers. Bronze fluid in, fluid out. Bronze fluid in, fluid out. Yeah, that looks right to me. Make 4 hoppers real quick. Something keeps flashing over on the extra old phone I have to hold stuff, or to deal with stuff. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to need a couple more machine frames. That and that. I need 1 more machine frame, right? Which is 1 more bronze gear, 1 more machine frame. And I should be able to do this, right? Save the recipe here. So I need 2 fluid inputs. 1, 2. I have somehow misjudged and miscounted everything here. Okay, so there's that. And one of these becomes fluid output. Okay, it would literally just be how you build it. So let's make the item ones first, just in case. Item input hatch. And then I'm assuming output would just be, yep, switching which one's on top. So just do this. 1, 2. Cool. And that should actually complete all of it for both of them. We can just recreate all this stuff whenever we come back. Anyways, yeah, I need to go to bed. I'll see you when I finish this, probably tomorrow. Okay, so I'm back next day. I got a couple of pieces together, so we're gonna go back and make some of those. But in the meantime, I started looking at ways to pick up some of those other things. Like, I looked at a couple of the recipes for obsidian, trying to think of the best way to gather 60,000 of that. I keep pressing the wrong button. And there's a couple options. You can take obsidian dust. Is there any way to get obsidian dust? 4 per there. Okay, you can duplicate it with that stuff, but that's going to be pretty slow, and that stuff is also just kind of a pain to get as well. But anyways, I saw this giant obsidian, and it reminded me that you get like 30 or 40 of these, a fairly large amount of them for every troll cave you explore. So I figured I'd come find a troll cave and see if I couldn't just like gather up a bunch of it that way. But I also forgot that the troll cave is like the 6th thing in the row or something like that, so I can't actually do it yet. So that's something I'm going to have to come back to try later on. That's still going to be pretty slow in comparison, so I'm probably going to end up finding different routes, but I figured I'd go looking for it. But anyways, while I was over here, obsidian shards. Oh, I guess you can get obsidian bees as well, or just water essence and lava. The water is not the hard part there. In fact, this is harder than just, like, doing it normally. But anyways, yeah, I was over here, looking for a troll cave, trying to go in and realizing I couldn't when I found this thing. Apparently, lich towers, when they spawn in the spooky forest, actually have a special design to them, which I didn't know. In fact, I didn't know spooky forest existed until just the last time I played with Twilight Forest, so that's pretty interesting. Is there anything hiding in any of these graves or no? Doesn't look like it. A little bit of a cave system. It basically has this cool carpeting, and you come in to like this entry room that doesn't exist normally. A couple of things in a couple of these chests, nothing too important. I opened up a couple, but yeah. Yeah, it's just like the same basic loots. No, nothing too important. But it has like this cool design here too, which I don't think is normally there. And there's like this carpet everywhere. Keepsake caskets. Can I take that with me? I can, cool. And might as well take these pillars as well. So basically the whole place just has like a little bit of a adjusted vibe to it, which is really cool actually. Can hold multiple potion doses. Interesting. Might as well take the jars, because why not? So yeah, I figured I'd brighten this up. This is kind of cool. It's something I've never seen before. What are you? Bunny hoppers, easy. Live root, I've seen before. What is this exanimate essence? Oh wait, no, I think I did gather some of that stuff before. Breaking the chest will delete the unique loot. That's not what I wanted to do. So basically just make zombie horses and whatnot. So, cool. I don't think I'm going to explore this whole place. I just figured I'd show it because it's pretty cool. Sinister spawner. Yeah. Yeah, this is really cool. I've never seen this before. So I'll keep that in mind. In fact, let me mark this as, I guess, spooky. How do I do this again? I always forget. Spooky. Helps if you actually spell it right. Spooky Lich. Cool. Anyways, let's just head on home, shall we? We... Do-do-do, do-do-do. Do-do-do, there we go. Anyways, might as well just toss this stuff away real quick. I'm right here anyways. Okay, so I dealt with a little bit of the inventory stuff, and then I came over to finish clearing out this little section where we're going to be putting together the modern industrialization things. And while cleaning up this area, I was having some, like, some weird feelings. I was, like, cleaning up some potholes and whatnot that were put in here. Like, episode 13, I double-checked this. Like, this is right about where we fought the Wilden Chimera, like, the first real boss we fought, almost 100 episodes ago now. It's, yeah, some strange, interesting feelings popping up. Like, this series has been going on a while, like, 7 months now, almost? Actually, we probably just passed the 7-month mark. Started at like the beginning of June, and we're now pretty far into December. So, yeah, yeah, this is. Oh. Whoa, what is happening? We good now? Hopefully we're good now. Like everything broke. Like the audio broke out. My entire computer froze up. Like that was weird. Like I was just breaking dirt blocks. Anyways, yeah. Almost 100 episodes ago, we fought a boss right here, and they were still craters I was picking up. But anyways, I digress. Back to modern industrialization. We're still in the steam age. The coke oven. We'd made all these stuff last night, and between episodes, I just gathered the bricks we're going to need and the coke oven itself. Or no, I have not made the coke oven itself. Where's the guidebook here? Like for some reason, the quest doesn't actually tell you how to build these things. So hopefully the guidebook will, if it will let me open it. It literally took like 30 seconds for this screen to open up. Welcome to Modern Industrialization. Modern Industrialization is a mod about automation. It means that at some point, any resource can and should be automated. The progression is split between the Steam Age, early game, and the rest. In the Steam Age, you will create your first factories that will produce the resources needed for the second part. The challenge of this stage comes from the resource management and processing time optimization. Be aware that most setups will become obsolete once you finish the Steam Age, so don't invest too much effort in them. The second part of the progression is the Electric Age. At this stage, you are strongly encouraged to automate every processing line. The setups you build at this stage are expected to be permanent, as they can be continuously upgraded. The overclock system for electric machines will mean that your production will automatically adapt to your consumption. Come from building efficiency and balancing processing lines and prioritizing the most useful ones. The full power of the electric machines is reached when they operate continuously. That is why it is strongly discouraged to use modern industrialization in unison with an on-demand automation mod like AE2 or refined storage, as it will make your progress extremely slow and inefficient. Okay, then. Anyways, we're here for the Steam Age, getting started. It wants you to make one of these hammers and this thing, and you can make this drill as well, but we already have better mining materials anyways. So, moving onward, that's just getting started. Your first bronze, we have hot water. Here's where it tells us about stuff. Steam machines need steam to function, and that's exactly what the boiler provides. It will slowly use fuel to heat up. It will slowly use fuel to heat up. When it's hot enough, it will start to produce steam. You can also smelt water buckets in the steam buckets. Make your first bronze compressor before the boiler to save a lot on the plates. Turn the page for the boiler itself. Is this thing, like, significantly more efficient than the hammer thing, or no? I don't know. Oh, what is happening right now? There's some weirdness going on. Anyways, I know we're going to need this boiler, so let's just place this down here and get like a look at it. Okay, it has 0 water. We can fix that in a moment, and it's going to need coal or some other fuel source. Do I just want to use... Where are my fluid pipes? I know I have some. Well, I have my universal pipes. I guess these will work. And I, happily enough, actually just have a hydro pump here as well, so that makes it significantly easier. I doubt I'm gonna have to do anything too fancy. I think just like a basic thing is going to work. And in fact, do I even need to... Okay, yeah, that's gonna do 100 micro buckets at a time. I could speed it up some, but I think that might just work on its own for now, so just do that. And provide this thing with just a half stack of coal for now. And temperature will slowly go up. Okay, we're above boiling temp. Hmm. I don't... That's... This... There we go. That's... That's not the correct temperature. I think that's pretty close to the Kelvin, but that is not the Celsius for boiling water. Hold on. I want to double check this. It started producing steam at like 350, right? Okay, yeah, water production is high enough. But like 350, I think, is just about the boiling temp in Kelvin. 1 second. Yeah, this is not measuring in Celsius. This is measuring in Kelvin. That is strange. Anyways, we have almost 8 buckets of steam built up. So let's move back along. It wants us to build the compressor, which I probably should do. The mixer, the macerator, and the cutting machine. And furnace. Accept inputs from any sides, be it item, steamer, another fluid. You can lock their slots. You can rotate them. It will not note that breaking a machine with a wrench will not drop it. Use the pickaxe for that. Cool. Anyways, pipes. Okay, there's like separate pipes here. I have no idea how good they are. Tanks and barrels as well. Infinite water. Bronze water pipe. Put water all around and it'll and produce water to do. Cool. Coke oven. Thank you. Like it just kept going and eventually was gonna get here. That's also Coke oven is here, but where's the blast furnace? Do you like hmm. It's not there. Better multi-blocks. That's going to be the electric quarry. Where is your first steel? This. Oh, here we are. I was getting ahead of myself. Anyways, Coke thing. Once you've had enough of the bronze machines, you can start working towards making steel. The ultimate goal is to be able to build the quarry, a multi-block that will dig ores for you. First step is to make coke by heating coal without oxygen. For that, you'll need to build a coke oven multi-block. You'll need the coke oven itself, of course, 21 bricks and 3 hatches, an item input, an item output, and a fluid input. Optionally add a fluid output to create creosote as well. Okay, so it looks like it has a... Well, there is to see missing blocks. Okay, so it's item in, item out, fluid in, fluid out. You take one of these things, put it in the center, and then looks like 4 of the random spots on any place can be these outputs. Otherwise, it's just an empty thing. Cool. So where are my bricks? Here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. This is a 3x3, isn't it? Here it is. Doop, 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 doop. It started itching as soon as I started actually going. Just pull that up one more time. Okay, cool. The thing will go there. 1, 2. I'll just go in and replace the inputs in a moment. There's that. And then I need these things. One here, one here, one here, and one here. Fluid output, fluid inputs. I guess fluids will be dealt with on... Actually, let's do inputs on the front, outputs on the back, I guess. Output, inputs. Like so. My eye will not stop itching for some reason. And like so. I really hope these work with all wires. They should. And I also need these. And a furnace, right? Yes, a furnace. And this will make the control thing. So thank you very much, Coca-Cola. And we now have a Coke oven, shape valid, status active. How does this thing work? It actually... Okay, it did, and it gives us a free block of coal and some bronze curved plates. Cool. Now this thing, actually has the role of a controller. Every multi-block is managed by controller. We need a fluid input because the coke oven is powered by steam. We need an item input for the coal and an output for the coke. Okay. So basically what it wants me to do is put a couple of these. This one is item input. So let's just grab a chest and grab another chest for the other side. And then I'm going to need to grab a tank on the other side and then a tank in on this side, right? Should be simple enough. Item in, item out. And then I need these tanks. I had a couple extras left, right? There's the crude oil. What did I do with them? I know I had 3 extra singularity tanks. I just don't... I think I might have put them over here in with the stuff from Mekanism for some reason. Which is here. My eye will still just not stop itching. There they are, singularity tanks. Just grab 2 of these things. I could have just made them. They're super cheap, but why am I only grabbing 3? I'm totally going to need this third one at some point. So, like so and so. Oh yeah, I should have grabbed some of those logic things from, not thermodynamics. What's the mod called again? The one that added in those blue wires are like super, super strong and move like a billion things. Should have used those instead. So there's that and that. So this one will store creosote. Cool. So can I just go like so? Will this move steam out? Okay, steam is considered a fluid. Got it. And then just give this thing a stack of coal. That will go in. Progress state. Recipe current 2 EU a tick. Recipe base 2 EU a tick. Saving world stops it in its tracks. But in just a moment, I think it should produce some creosote and a piece of coke, right? Um, it's pretty slow. Is there any way to speed this up? A singular piece and half a bucket of creosote. Yeah, that's gonna take a while. Um, hmm. How to speed that up? Do follow multi-block. Is there really no way? Nope, I'm pressing every wrong button. Nope, put it in my hotbar. Thank you. Um, do many ways to place them. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to speed that up. But after that, it is steel, which requires us to make this machine. It needs the same hatches as, and the same 3 hatches as the other one. But why does this say it needs 4 then? Like, the blast furnace is the same as the coke ovens, with bricks replaced by things, and 1 extra hollow layer up top. Okay, so I already have some of them. I don't know if I'm going to have enough, though, because of that extra layer. But 4 spots on the bottom. 1, 2, 3. I'll just put them right next to each other. I'm sure I'm going to have to use a bunch more machines at some point. Might as well, like, keep them relatively close together like this. 1 extra row there. And as I expected, I do not actually have enough. And these things are kind of annoying to make. Like, I need to come over here, need to crush up a couple more bricks, probably 4? 4 more bricks gets us these. These go like so. These give us 6 of those, which is going to be 1 more brick. 1 more block, rather. And I'm going to get 4 back, so that's 6 in total. I'll go back in here, crush up more bricks, because I'm miscounting what I'm going to need. 6 should do. Like, this is a whole song and dance. I'm not a huge fan of this one. I'm really hoping we don't have to make these again. So, these go in there. How did I end up with 15? That's an odd number. Well, yes. Yes, it is an odd number. But that's not what I meant. Oh yeah, it's 3 per, isn't it? Or no, it's 1 per. Yeah, 1 per of these. 2 of them. That will get us these. And then these ones give us 3. That's what I was thinking of. Cool. So these 3 go in there. That gets us over 3 more here. And with the 4 we grab from the machine, that should still be enough. I do need to remake the things, the ports for this, so I'll deal with those in a moment. Um, can I just... I'm assuming this is going to need steam in as well. I think I should be able to just put an extra wire here and just attach it like so. Water's full, steam's instantly going in here. Actually, I should probably put that there and then put that input and output there as well. I'll fix the line in a moment, but this is just missing the ports, and I need these back. And this also requires this requires a blast furnace instead, which, can I just make one as so? Yes, I just need to grab a furnace out. So, like so, gets us this, and then this thing gets surrounded like so, do-do-do, do-do-do. And we already saw me make these ports one before. I'm just going to go ahead and make another set of 4 real quick. Okay, here we go. And there's the full set of them. I really should make this compressor at some point. Just because these are a little annoying to make. You're having the amount of bronze you can make, and I think it's probably going to be faster than going through the whole thing. Thankfully, I do have plenty of bronze, and I can make so much more because of this machine right here. I just need to put in, like, a bunch of copper first. Why is... Why are these growing green now? Interesting. Anyways, fluid input can go here. Item inputs. Nope, nope, nope. I put the wrong one there. Thankfully, I can just switch them with a wrench, right? Fluid output. No, I cannot, apparently. Okay, never mind. Do that. This should be fluid input. Nope. Can I do this right, please? This is not the hard part. Fluid input, fluid output. Item input, item out. Nope, I did it. Just stop it. Stop it, me. Stop it. Like, how many? I did that 4 times. I put 4 items down and messed it up 4 times. Anyways, this is now set up, and it didn't actually count as me having this. So do that and hold on to it for a moment. Thank you. And it gives us some synthetic oil and a bronze rotor. Cool. Unlocks new horizons, allows you to make steel ingots, but also it allows processing of raw synthetic oil to synthetic oil, which we use for rubber later on. Um, Upgrading these hatches in the multi-block will upgrade the machines as a whole. Interesting. So weird. Like, it gave us synthetic oil. I'm curious what the difference is between synthetic and regular oil, because I have a whole bunch of crude oil, also from modern industrialization, and I have no idea what to do with it. So there's that. Um, Just do that, I guess, real quick. That way this is pumping steam into this as well. And then shape valid status active. How does this machine work in and of itself? So can I see uses real quick? Okay. So I think everything here is going to need steam. Let's set synthetic oil in with the liquid in, and that will work like so. Redstone will become molten redstone. Soldering alloy gets smelted down. And then you take, let's see, honey can become crystallized honey. Honey blocks because of honey. Anyways, we care. Okay, multi-block materials. We care about this thing right here. Uncooked steel becomes regular steel. That is so slow, though. And that's coke dust and iron dust. That's just like the same. Uh, no. This is a different thing. All the ore is iron dust. Is that is that not the same iron dust as we've seen a million times before? Interesting. Anyways, steel. Interesting. Uncooked iron dust is iron dust. Yeah, it is. It was weird. It brought me to different recipes altogether. Coke dust. Smash up the coke oven. You can put coal dust in instead, and we'll give you that. Or this gives you full coke, which I'm assuming can just be crushed down, right? 19 of this. Um, Diamond. That doesn't work. Coke dust. Crusher there. Solid fuel. Um, Macerator. Really need to make a macerator for this one. It's gonna make me... Okay, so I should be using coal dust in here instead, which that should be relatively simple. I think that's just about out of fuel at this point. So, coal dust, is it as simple as doing this? No. Tiny coal dust, I'm gonna assume I can do in here then, right? No? Fine then. I'm going to assume I can do it in here then, right? Thank you. I can do it in this. Nope. I can do it in this. Nope. Fine. This one? Yes, that one works. Make it to speed upgrades. These then go in here, and this should produce coke dust instead, which we will then go ahead and use for producing steel. And we're basically just doing it this way once to say that we've done it, and to like finish off of this. But it wants me to make the compressor here first. Mine coal dust with iron. We'll give uncooked coal dust to do. Cool. You know what? I want to see this done at least once today. So, I'm gonna let this thing run, get some coke dust real quick. And this thing wants me to produce the compressor first anyway, so I might as well get the stuff together for this real quick. Easy, 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 easy. It's just figuring out how these wires work, which is curved plates. We have a couple on accident, and a couple copper rotors, which they look... It's nothing too difficult. It's just kind of annoying because you have to go through like a bunch of hoops to produce one item. That's what this mod seems like. A bunch of hoops only for like one or two important items. It's weird. Like there's a lot to go over for not much gain at this point. Oh yeah. I just wasted so much bronze using the other hammer, forgetting I could just do this. Okay, cool. Also, that just works like so. I was a little bit afraid of that. I have a couple of the things together that we're going to need for the compressor already, but I was missing some of the things we need for this, and that's just significantly easier. Copper rotors. I can't just put in like copper and get a rotor immediately, can I? No, but I can get these. I'm gonna need these. I'm gonna need these. I already had a couple of those. Again, I wasted some copper. What else do I need? Like, these rotors are weird. The stained glass doesn't matter. It's just getting 2 of these rotors. That is 8 copper blades, 8 copper bolts. How do I get either of those? 1, 2. Copper bolts acquired. And the copper... Wrong thing. Copper blades are... Okay, 2 extra... I'm gonna need 2 sets of these, right? Yes. So, to do 4 curved plates and 2 extra curved rods. Easy enough, I believe, if I actually have the hammer on me. So that goes like so. 2 of these and 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And with that, I think we should be all set to produce the compressor. This thing... Let's go in here. I'll just change out for the glass pane when we need it. Like so. And so. 1 and 2. And so with that, go back in here and we can do 1 and 2 and 2. It didn't want to autocomplete for some reason. And they're just missing the wires, which... Can I just move everything to it? Yes, and then look for glass pane. I, interestingly enough, don't have glass panes in here. That's strange. Now we do. And fluid pipes. So there's 16 fluid pipes. And with that, simple enough, just use them like so. Did I leave those in here? Yes, I did, apparently. Bronze compressor. Use gunpowder to 2 times this machine for 240 ticks. So, an automatic forge thing. I don't really care about its uses for forging. Like, pretty simple enough already. But, with this, bronze compressor, uses... Yeah, you just put something in and it produces that. I basically just wanted it to say I'm done with this quest here. Thanks for free bronze. And now it wants us to make uncooked thing. This thing should have run... How can you tell what this thing is holding? Oh, it has 28 coal in it. That's how you tell. Anyways, it should now be producing coke coal or coke dust instead. I don't really feel like making uh, I don't feel like making the macerator right now. That's just like another full step. Although that one looks significantly easier at this point. Um, I'll do that later on. Uh, yeah, that's still going to take a little bit. Maybe I do just make the macerator. Okay, the macerator was actually just super easy to make again. We already have wires and we know how to make them now, so it's basically just the case that we already know how to make too. So print macerator. This is going to be faster than waiting on that, I think. Fill up with steam. Give it a coal coke real quick. Of course, I finished this, and now it completes and gives us the dust. Anyways, I'm basically just doing this to do this at this point. So, like so. One is it doing? It's doing a second one, right? Cool. That doesn't really feel worth it. That does not seem worth it. uh, that's a block. Although I think you make this block with something different. Nope, nope. I don't know. This steam production seems really bad. And then it wants 7 iron dust. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like so. And like so. Will give us 7 uncooked steel dust, which goes in here. Actually, it goes in the item input. This will start going. And which one's fluid output? That one's fluid output. Grab the extra singularity tank. I don't know what this produces, but it's said to build it, so might as well. There's that. And there's that wrench already on me. So with that, this thing, I forgot to do item output here as well. Doop doop. And doop, actually I need a chest on the front. Do chest here. 1. Item outputs. And item input. For now, I guess I'll just put it here, but like so is what I want. Eventually that will be moved. So this thing, in just a moment, should produce some steel. And in fact, it has produced the first one already. This does not have a fluid output. Why did it tell me to make the extra output hatch for this then? Anyways, yeah, this steel production is really bad. Like this is really bad, even from like the standards of just this mod in itself, I think. But we've done it. 5 free steel there, and we produce steel here. Free gunpowder, thank you very much. And with that, it wants us to upgrade everything to steel level. And it wants us to make steel machine casings, which are going to be used for steel upgraded tier stuff. Cool. Steel alloy smelter, steel unpacker, steel wire mill, steel packer, and steam quarry. This one seems like it might be worthwhile. We might take a look at that. But we've technically started up this, and we're technically in the Steam age that we're probably not going to be in for much longer. But right now, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So without further ado, take care, everybody. I want to thank everyone one more time for watching, and a special thank you to the channel members. Yamato Tanagura, Goddess of the Starfilled Void, and the Phantom Knight. Thank you three so much for the extra support. So for real now, take care everybody.